So today we are here to show you about all the aspects of Sunday League football: the shooting, the passing, the tackling, the dribbling and the equipment.
And we want to see how Sunday League football compares to professional football.
But first, on to shooting. Yes, Jordan? The following clips show footage on the amateur game and the professional game, all to do with shooting.
In the Conference North, Danny Rue for AFC Floyd scored over 40 goals in the league.
This shows it is easier to score in these lower leagues.
Compare this to Harry Kane's 29 goals in the Premier League.
All these goals all show different techniques in which Sunday League and professionals have in common.
Now the next part of the show is dribbling.
On average, Eden Hazard had 5 successful dribbles per game.
This is more than anyone else in the Premier League this season.
So, we're here to show you how some of the amateurs do it and then how some of the others do it.
From the next few clips we're going to show, you can tell that every player has their own style of dribbling.
For example, Eden Hazard doesn't use any fancy footwork, but is still effective on the pitch.
Whereas Ronaldo uses complicated sequences of different skill moves.
This compares to what amateurs do every day in every game possible.
Some of these keep it simple, and then others try like overcomplicated things and they lose the ball a lot more.
So now on to tackling.
N'Golo Kante this season has made 124 tackles.
I think that's more than I've ever made in my career.
Yeah, he's a terrific player.
So now we're going to show like how you should do it and how you shouldn't do it.
On to the clips.
The following clips show the severity of a bad tackle and the heroics of a good tackle.
This is the hardest skill to master because a great defence makes a very good team.
The player with the most tackles in the Premier League last season was Idrissa Gueye with 135 tackles all through the season.
This is the most tackles out of anyone in the Premier League, but in non-league football, this stat isn't really recorded because it's a lot harder. You know, a lot of the tackles are more harsh, more dangerous, and they're not really out to get the ball.
So, if you want to become a top defender, think about getting the ball rather than the man if you keep looking at all through the Premier League games. So now, on to passing.
We want to see how good professionals are compared to the amateurs.
On average, Chelsea had an 83% pass success rate in the Premier League last season.
And that is something like amateurs would not be able to achieve.
So if you are getting 83% per game, you shouldn't be Sunday League.
Now we're going to show some footage of how passing should be done and some...
How it shouldn't be done.
Yeah.
The Barcelona way of playing football is not about who scores, it's about the team that scores.
They aim to pass to teammates that are in the best position.
A lot of teams in different parts of the world bring their players up to play this way.
Lower teams in England focus on just picking up points, but on the other hand, you know, young teams in Spain and the kids there, they learn on how to have fun, you know, play possession style football, taking shots, just more enjoyment so they learn better. So today we're here at Ashton Sixth Form College. We're going to interview the head of the football team here and we're going to ask him a few questions about amateur football. Now we're going to hand you over to Ian, who's in head of our interviews.
Right. What I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be interviewing the college supervisor of the amateur football league here, or well, not a league, but more like a club. Andy Massey. Yes, the team. And how we're going to do this is I'm going to be asking Andy Massey a few questions about amateur footballs in comparison to professional footballers.
Now, on to the interview itself.
I'm Andy Massey and I am the PM Public Service Technician at Ashton Sixth Form College. So professionals they're fortunate enough, they have the funding, they have the facilities, they are paid to do, that is their job. Therefore they'll train 4, 5, 6 times a week. Whereas if you compare it to an amateur footballer, I know a majority of amateur clubs that I've been involved in, is that first and second team, they may train for an hour a week. If you're looking at third and fourth and fifth teams, that they very rarely train at all. So their game day is their only time that they play football in the week. The amateur clubs, they're all community-based clubs, so they solely rely on the members that they have in order to generate funding, where if you compare to someone like Manchester City, or the sponsorship that they receive, the financial backing from overseas, the facilities make it easier for them to train and makes their training a lot more available than it does for an amateur club you play at a local park. Probably not looking at the types of pitches in which Sunday League footballers play on. They tend to be really bubbly, soaking wet, poor drainage, uneven. If you compare that to a Premier League, they're flat, they're maintained on a daily basis. But obviously, the better you are, goes on the facilities of what and the conditions in which you're playing. So if you're fortunate enough to have the state-of-the-art training equipment, the best boots made available to you, the best footballs made available to you, the best football pitches, you're naturally going to produce the best players.